with just a few brief announcements before we begin. First of all, welcome to Theater for the New City. And welcome to Courtesy, Professionalism, Respect, and welcome back to live theater. How about that? Courtesy, Professionalism, Respect will be performed without any intermission. In the unlikely event of an emergency, there are two exits that I must bring to your attention. The first one is back the way you came in. The second option is in the rear right-hand corner of this auditorium. Either illuminated exit sign will lead you safely to the 10th Street side of the building. Please take a moment right now, if you haven't done so already, to turn off or mute any cellular telephones or electronic devices. If it lights up or makes noise, please turn it off right now. Also, please, no photography, no flash photography, no self-photography, no photography or recording of any kind, unless your name is Kira or that guy over there. And lastly, all we ask is that you wear your mask. Please keep your mask on the entire time that you are in the building. Once again, thank you, welcome, and enjoy Courtesy, Professionalism, Respect.
My name is Taekwon Ping. On November 14th, 2019, my co-worker Jay Cortez and I protected two of our black boys from police officers. Our boys were playing on the street corner during our dismissal. They knocked over a trash can and two officers jumped out of their cars with their hands on their holsters, running towards us as I had our two boys separated.
Freeze! No!
Whoa, I got this!
I said don't move!
Stay away from our black and brown boys, like my colleague said, we got this.
Oh, really? And what are you?
Excuse me, what am I? You're asking my background, that's a relevant question. Okay, I'm a person of color.
Listen, miss, you need to shut the fuck up and just let us do our job.
See, that's what I thought. You had to know my race to feel free to insult me. You know, this is why our students don't trust the police. Y'all a bunch of racists.
One of our staff joined us as the police headed to the door of the building.
You do not have permission
I
to
want
enter
to
our
speak to
school.
the person.
In case you hadn't noticed, you're wearing a gun, okay? You don't have a warrant. It's unsafe for you to be in this building.
I would like to speak with your principal.
Then call and make an appointment with our community liaison. She will listen to whatever you have to say, but you two have caused enough trouble. You need to leave.
I'm sorry, miss. We just need to speak with your supervisor. We won't
Don't
be
talk
long.
to these people. They have no respect for the law. Good afternoon, miss. Are you the principal of this school?
Yes, I'm Mrs. Glendale, and you
I'm
are?
Officer Pesci, and this is Officer White. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy day. I'll get right down to business here. Two young men from your school got in a fight.
Excuse me, officer, this is a middle school. We have no men as students do.
Your students were fighting, ma'am. We would have had their names, but your two subordinates intervened. We would like to speak with those young men, and we need you to reprimand one of your staff members. This female here, with the young man right there, was being very rude to us. She called us racist and yelled for us to stay away from her black and brown boys. If she was behaving like him, being good and silent, none of this would be happening.
No, you came at us aggressively. All Miss Cortez did was match your energy.
What happened, Mr. Payne?
Isaac took Kenny from Rome's hand and tried to run away. Rome grabs Isaac by the hood, and as he's tugging, Rome trips over the trash can on the corner, causing both of them to fall into the street. Now I come over and pick both of them up. And I saw these two officers running towards us with their hands on their holsters, yelling freeze. And that's when Jay jumped in between us and them.
We needed to assess the situation. We saw them being unsafe and needed to stop them from causing any other harm to the other kids on that corner.
You mean the white kids?
One of them could have had a weapon.
It's racist to think that little black boys are carrying weapons.
I'm not racist.
Well, it sounds to me like Miss Cortez and Mr. Payne had things under control.
We had our staff there to assess the situation. Our staff and our students just needed support. And they needed to be redirected to their homes.
I had to be low-key being a black man with a hoodie on. But I'm in agreement with my colleagues. You two created an extremely dangerous situation just then. You traumatized our students. Admit it would have been a non-issue having kids involved in white.
You listen to me, you clown. You people think because you can throw around your big words and scream racism and you have a degree and a title, you're somebody? You ain't nobody. You're nothing. I see why they don't want this school in this neighborhood. Look at who you have teaching these kids.
Gentlemen, this conversation is over. We will be contacting your precinct commander shortly. Officer Weeks, our community liaison, will be taking statements. Everyone will have their say. Now, Officer Pesci, I don't want to see you anywhere near our staff or students again, or you have my word. Charges will be filed, okay? And now, gentlemen, I'd like you to please leave the building immediately.
We are not becoming hashtags today.
Pesci, we should go. Have a good evening, everyone. This is my card if you need anything.
This ain't the last time we see each other.
Pretty important if we do a brief check-in about what happened today. Is everybody okay with that? All right. Let's start with the word to describe how you're feeling right now. I'll go first, and my word is caged.
Attacked. Locked and loaded and ready to fight this racist regime.
I feel anxious.
What thoughts are running through your head? For example, I'm afraid that when we ask for justice, we're just going to be met with the same aggressive, racist behavior.
I wanted to shove that man's bag so far down his throat.
I'm thinking, who would take care of my dad if something had happened to me? Who would have made the call to my father to tell him that I'd been killed by police?
I can hear the headlines now. Breaking news, massacre on Fort Hamilton Avenue.
I knew those cops wanted trouble from the moment we saw them. Two of our other boys who were white were jumping and running up on each other in front of their cop car, and they didn't budge. I asked them, why did you stop them white boys? He had nothing to say. You know, he knew he was being racist. He was just mad he got called out.
How are you doing, Todd?
You know when you're having a bad dream? You wake up, your heart's racing, and you take that one breath to calm down just to realize it was just a dream. Well, my last interaction with a cop was kind of like that. I was woken up out of my sleep to a machine gun in my face, and a SWAT officer yelling, "What's your name, son?" You're waking up to something like that. There is no breath. Your body stiffens up like a board, and your survival instincts take over. It's like my body knew what to do before my mind could even comprehend what was happening. And today was no different. Like, I knew I had to stay calm so the students could see that everything was going to be good.
Ty was under complete control out there. You know, my mouth is one thing, but Ty with those kids, those cops yelling and cursing, that was something special. I need that level of calm in my life because if we go to head again, I don't know if I make it.
Then Kira came in ready to be an ally.
Badass white woman.
Man, it sucks that we have to say fuck the police.
You know, really though, fuck the police, fuck the whole system. I'm convinced this isn't the last time we're gonna see them.
That's what I'm afraid of. I don't have time to be going back and forth with police officers and administrators. Had too many bad experiences being followed around stores.
Yo, being stopped for walking at night, being stopped for looking for parking in this neighborhood.
Parking over here is so bad.
Parking in the city sucks, period.
Yes. Racial profiling is very real though. The moment we step outside, we're targets. I remember this one time in middle school. This cop approaches me and tells me I can't be standing in front of the store. I tell him I'm waiting here for my friend. He takes me by my arm, shoves me in his cop car, takes me in for disorderly conduct. Like that, I became the sassy black girl around
I think
town.
that's exactly what they wanted to do with Roman Isaac. Make an example out of them. Can you imagine those two kids cuffed in the back of the squad car?
I don't even want to think about that. You don't understand how hard it was to call their parents. Like Isaac's mom was going off on him. I had to tell her it wasn't his fault.
Oh, I can hear her now. How could you be so stupid? You know better. I don't see you out here to be stopped by no police.
That is exactly what she was saying.
That's what my mother said to me. First time I got roughed up by some cop.
I feel like our babies are going to be traumatized after this.
You're right. But how do we heal from this? How do we make sure those cops never step foot back here again? And how do we let our babies know that they can feel safe here and we're here to protect them?
We can hold circles and affinity spaces like this one.
You down with leading one?
Yeah.
I can write the circles.
I can reach out to teachers to see who can help with facilitation of the spaces.
And I can start communicating with Kara and the game plan. I think we should file a complaint with the precinct and then draft a letter to parents letting them know exactly what happened.
Okay, well, I'm gonna take tomorrow off, because I'm just here Monday.
I feel that. Do your self-care, Black man. So, we have our next steps. Jade, you're on circles. Diana, you'll message teachers, and I'll start talking to Kara. Ty, we'll see you on Monday. And everybody, please take care of yourselves tonight. And thank you for sharing this space with me.
Are you okay?
No, if I'm being honest, but I'll be fine.
You know, if you need to, you can talk to me, right?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, I just don't want you to do that manly thing where you don't talk about how you feel.
I have other outlets out here, but I'm good, I promise.
I hope we're not talking about drugs and alcohol.
Well, they're a little more productive than that, but let me just say this. When it comes to a drink, I'm a have it.
You wanted to see us, Commander?
Yes. Why? Either of you care to explain why the hell some school is blowing up my phones?
2 kids got into a fight, sir.
And 2 people of color are giving us a hard time.
I'm hearing you curse her out.
She was being racist, sir.
What do you mean?
She yelled at us, screaming, "Don't touch her black and brown boys," sir.
You're kidding me.
We have it all on our body cams.
That's all that happened?
That is all, Commander.
When they weren't complying, we forced our way into their building, sir.
Force?
We applied some pressure to get results. Eventually, we got what we wanted.
I don't think that's how it went, but okay.
Are you calling me a liar?
I'm just saying that I think you might have went too far.
Those 2 hoodlums belong in our custody. You know we needed those arrests.
Those were middle school kids,
Officer,
man.
cut it out. You're bickering like middle school girls. Tighten it up. When you went into the school, was anything broken?
No,
Anyone hurt?
no.
You sure?
Yes.
Then it's a detail to be forgotten. Understood? You needed answers, you went and got them.
Don't gotta tell me twice.
Dismissed.
Got it.
Christ.
Sir, can I speak to you for a second?
What is it like?
I want to know if you got my request for a transfer.
I did.
Any chance of that being granted?
Any special reason I should grant that request?
Can I change my answer?
You don't like working with Pesci?
Pesci is a respected and a celebrated officer, but he was deemed unpromotable by you and the rest of the department.
We need guys like him on the street. And we need guys like you to make guys like him look good. We need you to balance him out.
Because I'm black, I balance him out.
Don't make this about race. Race has nothing to do with this.
Then, what is it about?
Power, dominance, command. We have the power to regulate behavior and enforce order. There are 2 ways to do that. Pesci is an enforcer. You are a peacekeeper.
So, good cop, bad cop.
Oh, he's bad. Cops aren't bad. We can be a little rotten, maybe even a little sour, but bad, never.
What about corrupt?
This isn't the movies. Look, like me, Fishy goes back a long way. We started out together. He can be a hothead.
He's more than a hothead, Commander.
Yeah, but he's dependable. You ever in a bind at 3 a.m., he's the guy you call for help. His blood bleeds blue. Did he make that thing go away for you?
He did.
Did you make this go away for him? You understand what I'm saying?
I'm following.
All right. Now, I need to prepare for these folks that are coming here from the school. They're coming here Monday morning. Monday afternoon. I want you to go to the school, show face, and apologize. I don't care to who. Just want you to go there and let it be known that you're sorry.
I think me going back to school so soon would be inappropriate.
You're going to keep the peace. And make sure you apologize for the both of you.
Why can't Pesci go and do it?
You think he would?
No.
And it's up to you. All right, now, Officer Weeks is going to give you a call about this. I need for you to make sure this goes away. So, 2 kids got into a fight. You assess the situation and were met with resistance. That's the story you tell.
I understand.
All right. Now, repeat to me what you're going to say when you speak with Weeks.
2 young black boys got into a fight. We went in to assess the situation and we were met with rude and aggressive behavior.
Good.
What if I don't tell the story in the way you want me to?
The last thing you want to do is protest against one of your own. Don't try to be one of them. You pick your side. You wear the badge. We're the ones that have your back.
I understand.
Your arrests are low, Officer White.
Yeah, Pesci made sure I was aware of that today.
Good, you know what to do.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Right, Commander, yes. I think I'm getting the gist of the story. Yeah, we'll make sure none of this goes out to the press. Yeah, I know, I agree. I think it's pretty straightforward, yeah. So we will see you on Monday, and Officer Weeks will be taking statements from all parties involved? Excellent, okay. And you'll make sure this Pesci character steers clear of our school from now on, I mean for good, okay? Can I get your word on that? Good, all right. Great, all right, have a nice weekend, bye-bye.
Hi, I'm so sorry I'm late.
Oh, no worries, I was just about to draft a message to the staff and the family.
Oh, great, because we should tell them exactly what happened.
Well, I just spoke with Commander Doyle, and I'm getting the picture.
Oh, so we're going ahead and filing a complaint with the precinct.
We are set to meet at the precinct at 11 a.m. Monday morning. Does that work for you?
Yeah, I can do that.
Great.
Do we have our list of demands prepared?
Well, we are going there to keep the peace and make sure Pesci stays away from the school. We do not want to escalate the situation.
Aren't we requesting that they be given consequences?
Look, Christina, I know this Pesci character was beyond offensive, but it does sound like Jay got triggered and made things worse. So I say we meet in the middle and we move on.
What do you mean?
You weren't outside when this incident began, were you?
No. But I do know that Jade and Taekwon were doing their jobs.
Well, it sounds like Jay was doing a little more than that.
What you're doing right now is victim blaming, Carol. I will not stand side by side with you and deliver this message.
Apparently, in the initial interaction, Jade was pretty aggressive.
Oh, an aggressive Latinx woman? That statement doesn't sound problematic to you. Jade and Taekwon were protecting our students. They have no reason to lie to us either. And the last time I checked, calling anyone Racist behavior shouldn't be an issue for an anti-racist community. And isn't that what this is?
Yes, but this is, a larger community, including the precinct.
The same community that made us take down our Black Lives Matter flags and our pride flags. This is a chance for us to push back against a system that oppresses so many of our students. I just find it funny that when it comes to the needs of our Black and brown kids, the priority becomes making peace. This idea that all parties were complicit is outrageous.
Christina Jade lost her temper. She went off on those officers. What kind of example was she setting for our kids? Think about how dangerous it is to model that kind of behavior in front of our students. Now, Commander Doyle has assured me that this nut job Pesci will steer clear of our school, and I think that we should talk to Jade and reel her in a little bit.
Reel her in. Really, Kara? I will not be the face of this divisive message.
The police are outside and they're surrounding the school.
What?
The school is being surrounded by the police.
Attention please, attention please. This is a soft lockdown. Teachers continue to teach. Please pull down all shades and lock all classroom doors. I repeat, this is a soft lockdown. We can do a staggered dismissal starting from the 8th grade, work our way down to the 6th grade. Let's dismiss from the cafeteria.
I'll head outside and see what's happening.
Hey, excuse me. Good morning, Mrs.
It's Ms. Thompson.
Nice to meet you again, Miss Thompson.
It's Ms. Thompson. And good morning, Officer Light. I see you do know how to approach somebody respectfully.
I was told to speak whenever I enter a room.
I'm sure whoever raised you would be very disappointed in your behavior on Thursday, Officer White.
You could call me Hannibal, please.
Excuse me?
My first name is Hannibal.
We're not on first name basis, Officer White.
I just want to make you comfortable.
Where was disrespect on Thursday?
I don't have any excuse for my behavior.
How about my behavior was racist and I showed you no respect?
I didn't show you any respect, but I am not racist.
Your behavior was racist.
That's good.
Who gave you the name Hannibal?
My father named me.
He ever tell you why he named you that?
No,
You ever wonder what your name meant?
not really.
Well, that figures.
Well, what's your first name?
What can I do for you, Officer White?
I wanted to come here to apologize to you.
Were you giving orders?
I was. And then I made up my mind. I wanted to come and apologize to you for my actions. The look on your face when you called me out reminded me of a look my mother would give me whenever I did something silly.
I remind you of your mother.
Do you get that a lot?
From children mostly.
You're funny.
And you're a follower. And I don't like bullies, and I most certainly don't like a follower. So if I had a certain look on my face, it's because I was looking at a trash-ass white man and his Samuel L. Jackson.
He's my vet. I have to take orders from him.
So he says, jump, and you ask how high?
No, it's not like that.
That's what it looked like.
He's my senior officer.
He's a racist officer.
Why would I be his partner for 5 years if that was true?
You're right, because race is a mirage.
What?
White male supremacy culture, that's the real problem.
Well, let me guess. Black people are at the bottom of that hierarchy.
An idea you choose to reinforce every day. You're making the choice to assimilate into their culture and lock our people up.
What about you? What about the school, the prison pipeline?
Oh, okay, I know. You're agents of control and we're agents of assimilation. But if we teach how this system works, we can promote equity to empower our Black and brown kids.
You're a radical.
I'm a tired Black woman.
It's rough being woke. That's what my mother used to say.
Better than being a mindless puppet.
I knew I would be seen as an enemy, but I'm proud to wear this badge. Again, I'm sorry.
Unfortunately, the effect you had in this school is something your apology can't fix. We need consequences and we want justice. Because of you, we have students yelling Blue Lives Matter against students saying Black support staff is struggling to be heard while our administrators are trying to accommodate you and your precinct. I wish we can be accommodated the way our school is trying to accommodate you.
Apology is really all I have.
No, you have more power than you think.
I tried to push back already. If I say that Pesci was being
Verbally abusive and threatening.
I would go down with him.
You're named after one of the greatest military strategists in history, Officer White. Hannibal Barca struck fear into the hearts of the Roman Empire. What if you're the guy that can make those changes on the inside?
I believe Black Lives Matter, but I am not fighting a battle against a losing system. I'm sorry. Have a lovely day, Miss House.
Can I ask you a question? If you hadn't been there with Pesci to calm him down, could he have lost it and used his gun? How many unlawful killings and arrests is it going to take till a cop speaks up?
No one wants to break the blue wall of science.
You'll continue to be complicit if you keep turning a blind eye. You do not have to be our enemy. Choose to be our ally.
You really about that, right?
Yes, I'm really about dismantling white supremacy.
What if there was a way I can help if I didn't have to speak?
What is this?
A list of every time we were specifically ordered to stop Black and Latino people to meet and arrest Cole. You can take that to the press.
We're not allowed to speak to the press. This has to be you.
I'm just as guilty as the majority of the department.
Then take those consequences and own up for your behavior. That's the logical thing to do if you want to make up for what happened.
I can't do that.
You're just a coward.
I've been called worse.
We're going to need proof if you want us to follow through with this.
Well, I can also get you proof.
Someone from my team will reach back out to you.
Well, do whatever it is you need to do, and you have my heart.
An all-school staff meeting has been called by senior leadership.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for coming today. We are here to get some clarity on the events of last week. Now, on Thursday, during dismissal, 2 of our black male students were playing on the corner. They fell into the street, knocked over a trash can, and 2 staff members helped them out. At this point, 2 police officers attempted to intervene. Now, our staff members addressed the officers, and the officers replied in an aggressive manner. The interaction escalated. Now, this morning, we went to the precinct, Ms. Thompson and I, and we talked to the police commander, and he told us that our professionals involved in the incident did not present who they were, and that one of them became aggressive and hostile as the police officers were approaching them. We agreed that there was a lack of professionalism on both sides. And going forward, we will be wearing safety vests so the officers will know who we are when we're helping kids with dismissal. Okay? So, I think it's important to acknowledge that presence of police sometimes causes feelings of fear and discomfort, and that this kind of trauma is disproportionately, historically impacting communities of color. However, this school had a long-standing positive relationship with our police officers, and we have requested that the police officers who work with us are ones of our choosing and ones whom we trust. Okay? So, Thanks again for coming. That's all I've got to say for now. I'm going to take questions. We are all, I'm going to take questions. Okay, I'll be around. Yes. Thank you.
What the hell was that? Like, if I just acted like a good silent woman, none of this would have been brushed out on us. That's what she's saying, right? Like, this whole thing just fucking traumatized me. I feel like I'm in the wrong. Like, I put my life on the line for Taiwan and those students. And what the fuck was it for?
Christina, what's up with your peoples?
I need a moment before I can speak.
Taiwan, I love these kids. But what the fuck? I have students coming to me telling me that I shouldn't stop the police. And now staff are going to think the same thing. And nobody has asked me for my story. Nobody has asked me for my side of my story.
I told Kara not to speak with you.
Why the hell would you do that?
I didn't want to have you sitting in the room with her. She's asking you to reel it in.
So you just let her put a finger at me in front of all the
I
teachers?
didn't know she was going to do that.
How could you not know?
Did you give him a chance to explain?
I'm just trying to figure out what the hell is going on.
I was just trying to protect you, Jay.
Protect me by silencing my voice. Yet that's paternalism, Taekwon. It's the same thing that Kara is doing to you and Christina.
You're right, Jay. I'm sorry. Excuse me, I need to talk to you.
Okay.
Yo, what the hell kind of message was that, Carol? I am hugely concerned that we're moving in a direction that is meeting the needs of officers and everything they're responsible for. They directly threaten folks of color on my team and were, in fact, screaming at the faculty in their faces, running around us to get access to 2 black boys who cause no harm, no threat to anyone in this community. And I watch my staff, who put their lives on the line to save students' lives, sink into their seats throughout this town hall meeting as their goals is being downplayed to make these officers feel comfortable.
Taekwon, calm down.
Yo, this is not what we discussed over the phone this morning.
Yes, and I heard everything you said. And then we met with Doyle, and you weren't around for the meeting, therefore this message had no contribution from you.
I am overwhelmingly concerned with our ability as a leadership team to maintain safety for our brown and black folks in this space. Wearing a safety vest as precaution to save our lives? That's extremely problematic. And I struggle to see the long-term vision of our goal of addressing this racist, minimizing, egregious, life-threatening behavior of the police officers.
Taekwon, maybe you should take the day off tomorrow. You can decompress. We can talk on Wednesday, but we have to agree that this us versus them narrative is dangerous. We were surrounded by police cars on Friday for no apparent reason. If we come at them aggressively, it could get much worse. Now, Commander Doyle and Ms. Thompson and I, we had a meeting this morning and we posed the question. I mean, how do we restore an environment where 2 important institutions of the community get to respect each other? I mean, how do we repair the damage so that we can establish some kind of basic level of cooperation so that everybody feels protected and safe? And as I recall, Christina had nothing to say.
No, I need you to hear me, Kara. If anyone decides that they want to leave after the shit you just pulled in there just now, I'm not stopping them. They have my full support.
Yeah, well, if they do leave, you need to get them back, or your team will suffer and so will the kids.
My team is suffering, Kara. What are you going to do for them? Because I will not encourage my staff to come into work when they're being underpaid, undervalued, made to feel unsafe in their place of work when they're simply doing their job. We could have been killed by those 2 cops whose job is to protect and serve. And that only elevates my level of concern of where we truly are as a network in our efforts to dismantle this white supremacy. Why can't we just live out the mission this community was founded on? You know what? You're not Kara.
Hey y'all, I literally do not have a team right now.
I know. 7 people called out this morning, and I hear they all look for a new job. And I told Carol that this was going to happen. After that shitty speech she gave last night, we deserve the rest of the year off.
Somebody needs to be here to take care of our babies.
How's Jay doing?
Jade is sitting at her computer in her office with the lights off. She said she is here if the children need her, but she's not moving from her spot.
I spoke to her this morning. I needed to apologize for what I did, and she's really hurt by the kids blaming her for what happened.
Yeah, I'm pulling some kids today to speak about that.
Read them their lives, please. If they can listen to their parents all they want, what they're not going to do is disrespect.
I'm going home.
What? I swear, if we all called out, this whole school is going to shut down. And I hope they got that picture from all the emails we sent last night.
What was up with that email Harrison though? Half of it was your words, Christine.
I was hoping somebody would catch that. Like, how are you going to steal the words from my email?
Joe, she couldn't even give you full credit. Look, I am proud of the way you responded to these incidents, putting our students above all else while staying calm and caring for each other. What? Where's the care for us black kids? Can you believe that?
Like, hello. If you're going to take my words, at least back them up now.
Yo, Karen needs to get snapped. How did she send out that message? She didn't even warn me that she was going to do that.
You really didn't know.
Hell no. I missed being at the precinct yesterday because there I was getting up for work and my car is booted. I called them to get it removed and they said the streams are being restricted.
You know those cops did it, right?
Yeah, they followed me home on Friday.
It is really harassment at this point.
It absolutely is.
Kara's not going to let us speak to the press or press charges, though. She's the one that doesn't want the headache.
Well, I need something done because I refuse to live the rest of my life in fear.
I have my weekly meeting with Kara this morning, and I need her to get her life together. Because her trying to make these criminals comfortable is not it.
Right? Sis, speak the fuck up. You were in the room with them. You saw what those cops were doing.
You know, speaking of cops, why was little Andrew so sad he upset you?
Who's handled?
Officer White paid a visit to Miss Thompson yesterday.
It's not like that. He was coming to apologize.
Only to her though. And he's trash for that because here we are about to lose our lives and he's checking out Christina. Is that why he gave you his heart? You know what? Let's just hope he's helpful when he gets a statement to Officer Weeks. And since he got a little crush on you, maybe.
Are we going to continue making fun of me? Or are we going to continue with our revolution?
Okay, I am ready to keep fighting. Yes.
Because Kara's going to get her life together today, I promise. Because if she doesn't have an answer on how we're going to move forward and mend the situation internally to get some type of justice, I'm not coming in tomorrow. And I'll take matters into my own hands and talk to the press. I'll find me another job. I have an email drafted.
Trust me, I got mine drafted too.
Yeah, because if they don't have their underpaid colorful care to keep these kids in check, this school will crumble.
Right, thanks.
I hope this opens her up to see that we need to be doing more equity work. That's not push for us as a school. If we can start having equity PDs once or twice a month instead of 1, 2, 3 times a year like we're doing, we can really shift our approach to creating a community where everybody feels welcome.
Yeah, change is gonna come.
Amen. It's time for a transition, y'all. Hey, Taekwon, can I show you something real quick?
What is this?
So, do you want to start or should I?
I'm waiting for you.
I'm not sure what to say.
I'm disappointed in that, Kara. I think you should start with the response to all the emails we sent last night. Nobody responded to any of us. But then this morning, you sent out this long-winded email about how you had a sudden change of heart. Using my words, by the way, without giving me credit.
Oh my God, no. Really? Oh, Jesus. I thought I credited you. I am so sorry. Oh, jeez. I wrote that at 3 a.m. this morning, okay? I mean, look, Christina, I'm really trying here. But I'm under a lot of pressure from you.
What kind of pressure?
They don't want to go head-to-head with the police.
But that decision should be left to Jade and Taekwon. They were the ones under fire out there.
I know, but in reality, the decision lies with the board, and it is literally out of my hands. I mean, what can I do?
We need you to use your voice. If they won't listen to us, then they're going to listen to you. If you keep letting them speak for us, you're not living up to our school's mission.
I'll try about that.
We want our demands met. You should start tomorrow's family town hall meeting by apologizing and stating that Jade and Taekwon saved lives. Then you should schedule another town hall meeting for all BIPOC employees and gather everybody on the community board teams and apologize again for silencing our voices. We need to control this narrative, and some legal action needs to be taken. We may have come across some information that can expose discrimination within the police force.
Where did you get this information?
I'm not at liberty to discuss.
Oh, wow, okay. All right, well then, you know what? You're absolutely right. You are right. I have not been listening to you or Taekwon this whole time, and I apologize. And I will make a public apology.
That's great, Kara. But what else are you going to do?
We'll file for a restraining order, and if this information you have is substantial, maybe even bring charges.
I hope so. Because I want this school to get used to the kind of leader I'm going to be. And if you can't do it, I'll find a way to do it, and I'll no longer see you as the mentor you've been me.
Oh, that was fair. No, I got it. Listen, apparently there are these precinct community board meetings every month, and they're in different locations around the district. This month, I will insist that Jade and Ty get to relay their account of the incident along with a list of our demands.
That sounds like an actionable step.
Next one is December 10th, 7:30.
And that's enough time to prepare.
Great.
Thank you, Ms. Glendale.
Thank you, Christina.
Commander,
Come in, Mike.
call me in.
It seems you haven't given in your statement yet. What's the holdup?
Yeah, I've given it some thought, and I decided I can't give the statement in the way you want me to.
Why do you want to give the statement?
I want to tell the truth.
The truth.
Yes.
We agreed. Our version of the story is the truth.
If I give that statement in the way you want me to, I'll be committing perjury. So.
You have any choice. You're already being investigated for misconduct.
I know.
You will suffer if you allow this investigation to go any further.
I won't be the only one to suffer.
Really? To risk your livelihood and Pesci's reputation for some snot-nosed kids in a school?
If I may speak frankly, Pesci was being racist.
Not you with this kind of talk, Officer White.
He abuses his power and is celebrated for it. I did not sign up for that. Again, I am tired of hunting down black and Latino people to meet an arrest quota.
Abuse of power?
Yeah.
You watch the news, Officer White? You know what's going on out there. These people are killing each other every day. They have no respect for themselves or each other. Most of them are animals that need to be caged. If more of them were like us, the world would be a better place. You're not like them. You don't talk like them. You're one of us.
What we do here is against the law.
We do what the job requires.
My job does not call for harassing black kids and their teachers.
Jesus, what do you want me to do about that, huh? Nobody at the school was hurt.
You had men surround the building.
Ah, God, that was Pesci's idea.
You know, there's a lot of things I know about in here and in these streets. It would be a really sad day if the things I knew got out into the open. The consequences for everyone depends on what I say in that statement. You want it to go away?
Are you giving me an ultimatum?
I'm expressing that I can't do this job in the way you want me to. I requested for a transfer and I need that granted.
I'll grant you something, all right. I would like to express that you're suspended until you fall back in line.
On what grounds?
Insubordination. You turn in your gun and badge. Jesus, I'm glad you're here. Come on in.
What? The kid in trouble
The
again?
kid thinks he can look down on us now.
What are you talking about?
He won't turn in the statement the way we planned it out.
What the fuck, man? After all I've done for you, I took you under my wing. 5 years I've been your partner. Nobody wanted you. I saved your life, your job. I had your back on several occasions.
Believe me, if it were up to me, I would have transferred a long time ago. And you wouldn't have had to do any of that.
I'm grateful.
Well, what did you do? What happened? Lose your virginity or something? Huh? Oh, I know. It's that black chick at the school. You like her, don't you?
This is about a girl.
You have no business even thinking about a woman like that. That one doesn't know how to keep her mouth shut.
You know that you're a real asshole. Take that back.
Calm down, Officer White.
I said take it back.
Just let me teach him a lesson, Commander. He'll fall back in line.
Stand down, Pesci.
If you want to go and join the freedom fighters, you go right ahead. Be my guest. Scream Black Lives Matter till your head explodes. Well, they'll never accept you. You're blue,
Officer White.
not black.
If you can't get with our program, you can always permanently turn in your gun and badge. That's what I thought. Pesci, will you walk this suspended officer out of my precinct?
With pleasure.
Full week of the precinct community meeting.
How are you doing?
I'm cool.
I want to give you the chance to share what happened with those cops last month. As you know, we're going to the community board meeting this week, and we want you to speak on the school's behalf.
What about Jade?
The board feels like it should be somebody who can speak without letting their emotions get the better of them.
Well, of course, they only give you the illusion of control. Got it, right? I can say whatever I want.
Nobody can stop you once you have the floor. We have 5 minutes while we take the podium.
Oh, I didn't know you two were still meeting, sorry.
Officer White.
Guilty.
What are you doing here, Officer White?
I came to help you prepare for Thursday.
Why the dramatic attitude check?
Well, I learned a lot. You guys taught me a lot and I had some learning to do. I'm sorry for all the harm I caused, and I want to make things right. So, I was suspended indefinitely until I decided to fall back in line.
I know that must have been hard for you.
Thanks. I'm okay. So one of my guys told me that they know that you're planning on being at the board meeting this Thursday, okay? Usually there's a handful of officers, but this time there will be more than usual.
Of course.
My commander will be making a show that night. They'll be giving awards for a few officers that got something from a drug bust from a traffic stop. But the city, the council, and the press will be there, so the people you need will be in the room.
This is good, but
What are you thinking, Christina?
the board is still pushing against us talking to the press. Do we know who the reporters are?
No,
Well, what about cameras?
no.
Then we don't tell them.
I have to take a look.
Am I the only one that thinks it's weird to talking to him right now?
I mean, it's weird, but he is trying to be helpful.
So we're just gonna turn the other cheek on this one?
It's not like that, Jade.
Just asking a question.
So, we are really going through with this.
This is only the beginning. I plan on going to every board meeting until we get the justice we seek.
I was Officer Weeks. She just received my statement.
Oh, that's good. Hope you roll in our favor, Officer White.
I didn't turn in a statement.
Of course they forged it.
She's right.
Isn't that a crime?
It's perjury.
Well, will you speak up now? Can we still use the information from your notepad?
Not without proof, but she's supposed to get it.
No, I have proof. When I decided I gave you the only way that I had to take notes, I had to get another way. Listen to this.
These people are killing each other every day. They have no respect for themselves or each other. Most of them are animals that need to be caged.
Fucking asshole! We got him!
That's the proof that we needed.
We can add you to our 5 minutes. Ty, you can cut your statement short, introduce Officer White, and you expose them for what they did.
If I turn that in myself, I'll be incriminating myself too.
You wronged us.
And you're already suspended until you fall back in line.
They stripped you of your badge and your gun. Took all your power.
So where are you without your shields to protect you?
I'm just like you. Another black man.
What are you going to do, Hannibal?
Freeze! Don't move! Dear black boys and girls, we love you.
Dear LGBTQ+ and any young person of color.
We love you. And we will do all that we can to protect you.